All right. Hello there, folks. We are back. I was on earlier today, and then as I mentioned earlier on the stream, I had to stop because I had a dentist appointment. Unfortunately, scheduled in the middle of the day. I try to get them scheduled in the mornings, but Friday is my day off from work, so any doctor's appointment I might have to do is typically going to be on a Friday, and sometimes they only have time slots in the middle of the day. So I went off, spent about an hour at the dentist. That was as much fun as going to the dentist usually is, but everything looked good. They were pretty happy with the teeth health. And now we're going to pick this back up with the continuation of our Civ 4 game. So this is Civ 4, our Immortal game with Elizabeth, since she was the winner of the Civ 4 AI Survivor season. Welcome those of you just popping into the chat. I just put the message up on Discord, so people are probably seeing it. Thanks for subscribing again, Dark Kuno. 62-month streak. Appreciate the long time. That's, what is that, 5 years now? Very nice. Oh yeah, I have to update the game category. Yes, thank you for that. I'll just do that real quick. Just have to update it so it no longer says that I'm streaming Teamfight Tactics. Thank you for that. And I have not played this game in 2 weeks, so I will do my best to get back and situated. But we had a really good second session, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, with this particular game. The most important thing is we didn't die, so that's always the good news. Got left alone by Tokugawa. Also by João, or Portugal. But we have him please locked now if we go back to the diplomacy. So we currently have him, where is he? He's pleased with us. And as we know from AI Survivor, João, or whatever his name is, he does not declare war at pleased. So we're safe against him for the right time being. Actually kind of hoping he and Tokugawa will go to war. They're actually each other's worst enemies. Or at least he's the worst enemy of Toku, and Toku is annoyed with him. Of course, Toku could also come after us. Sunash says, I don't know how you do this on a 2-week break. Well, I've played a lot of Civ 4, so it's not that hard to get back into it. The big thing that we did at the end of the last session was we successfully sniped the Barb City away from Tokugawa. He brought the stack over here. I think it was either him or João was attacking this city, and we managed to get in there and get the last hit. I had a chariot win at like 20% odds, and then another one won at like 60% odds. So got a little bit lucky there on the combat luck, but yeah, not bad. Anyway, and so now we're actually, by the way, we still have a completely empty city here. So yeah, at some point we do have to defend with something that's not just a chariot. So we're going to definitely try to do that. We're going to try to get some real military. We finished construction. We finished horseback riding. So les éléphants are being queued up in our 2 cities here, Delphi and Plains Cow. So we're going to get some elephants. We're going to get some cats. I'm going to try to continue pushing econ for the moment. And then we're going to just build up some military and see what happens. Tokugawa is the obvious target. He is not well liked. He has a religion no one else is running. This city is really intruding on our territory. So if we can... oh, yeah, Financial Alive. Yeah, Financial Alive, always the big advantage. The other thing that we're doing is we've stuffed all these units into the capital to make use of hereditary rule happiness. I would really like to get an academy in here, which we're not far away from. Plains Cow is going to generate a scientist in 5 turns. So we're going to put an academy in there. And I'd actually really like to emphasize civil service to get into bureaucracy. This is a perfect map for bureaucracy. It's a small map. There's not a lot of cities. I think I'm going to be on 8 cities after this. The smaller the map, the more valuable bureaucracy is. And, I can have like a size 15 capital with an academy and then boost the output with bureaucracy. And I have like 1 billion financial cottages. So this is a perfect situation to take advantage of that. And I'm going to try to do so, I think. So yeah, that's the plan. I need more. Oh, and the other thing is markets are going to be really nice too, because we have fur and ivory. They both get doubled by markets, or the happiness gets doubled by markets. So that's kind of the plan. We're going to just do like a low-key military buildup and look to see if we have an opportunity to make progress against Toku. I'm not going to be super aggressive because he's definitely, if you look at the power ratings, I mean, I'm here, he's up here. I'm not eager to jump into that, but we want to have enough to defend ourselves. No more putting cities with no units in them. And we're going to try to out-econ him by using our financial trait and our philosophical trait. I'd also really, really like to get to, I'd really love to build the Great Library. I mean, I have marble, so we might make a run at that as well. I'd also really like to get Heroic Epic, but I don't have a unit that qualifies. But we could do National Epic plus Great Library somewhere, and that would definitely be nice. We have to make sure we save Oxford for the capital as well. When you're playing a philosophical civ, Oxford is a high priority because you get the cheap universities. So it's easier to build Oxford than normal. And so, I mean, like if we have Academy plus Bureaucracy plus Oxford in here, we're going to look pretty solid there. Okay. Might not be a bad idea to get iron at some point. Agreed. At some point, that will not be bad. So one of you is going back into Brexit, so we have at least one unit up here. Someone is also going to go try to scout that northern path. And then I also need someone to stand in Loot Fiesta just for the temporarily so that we have some happiness in here. Note that now we're finally at the cap. We could technically work this cottage as well, but let's leave that off for right now. I actually don't mind having this tile being worked because I want the production here. And we're going to need to build a market very shortly in this city, which is going to be super valuable. We might do an aqueduct too because we could use the extra health. But anyway, you just stand in there for right now so the city is happy. Over here, oh yeah, Silky Fish needs some kind of unit to stand in there and defend it as well. Let's see. One of you, I'm going to need you in down here sooner. You can hop in here just for the time being. We did capture a barbed worker while that was going on as well. So you guys were cottaging, I think. Yeah. And let's see. We need 3 more turns for these borders to pop out. Anyway, welcome those of you just getting here. We're just starting. I kind of need you to keep patrolling the northern wastelands here to make sure that barbarian units don't pop up. We need another border expansion. This city will pop its borders in 20 turns, and then we'll finally have the copper connected in 20 turns, so we're not that far off in that city there. All right, worker. I do have deer connected, right? To my trade network. It wouldn't be bad to road over to that deer, but let's road this tile first because we're going to need to improve that pasture soon. All right, let's get that roaded. That'll connect this to our trade network. Well, once it gets out of anarchy anyway. And as I said, I don't think I actually need that money, that much more workers at the moment because my cities are kind of capped out on improvements for the time being. And we had a lot of workers over here helping out. We can also look to chop towards that city. Who's working a deer? Who's working that? Oh, it's the Barb city is working that tile. Well, it's an anarchy, so it doesn't matter. All right, you can't move out of this city because I need you for military police as well. Yeah, we roaded the sheep. We're going to need to do that tile for sure. All right, down here, I finished mining this tile. So Fish and Chips is trying to work towards Moai statue. We actually want it working on Moai statue right now. Like the library, we can triple whip the library and then overflow into Moai, but it definitely needs to work on Moai. And I think I'm okay with it working this tile because we're already not that far off the happiness cap. So I think we're good there. I think that's correct for the time being. Alrighty, we do have a whole lot of forest that we could chop into something later on, but for the time being, I'm not sure that there's a ton that I need to do with these. I guess I could... Actually, might as well put a road on this tile, just in case we want to have this resource connected. But I think I've improved most of the tiles in this immediate area. We do have a plains tile that we could cottage here, although it might be better to do the ones next to the river, honestly. Although Deerfield's also kind of capped out on happiness for the time being. Really will benefit from markets for the extra happiness. Like Deerfield can like triple whip a market or something. The fact that we don't have either forges or organized religion definitely hurts. We might want to get some forges up in the near future too. Now, granted, we don't have any metal resources. We don't have gold or silver or gems to double the happiness, but it still wouldn't be bad. Connect the other corn. Well, we do have 2 corns connected. They're both on the trade network, so we do have 2 corns right now. Could potentially send to somebody. And all right, our espionage allocation. We might want to split this back because I think we have enough on Brennes for the time being. I guess we could try to get his research visibility, but he hasn't seemed to have spent too much on us. Oops, we can do this. Actually, I think I'm fine with this. 2 on him and 1 on the other 2. Our very minimal espionage right now. Currency, of course, will also be nice because we'll get the extra trade route. All right, you hang out there for right now. Stable in Plains Cow. Okay, no, we don't want the pyramid. We don't want the pyramids. What we actually want, we want you just building elephants for the time being. Oh, the city. Okay, so the city is starving, but that's because we have the scientists being worked. That'll pop out in a couple turns, and then we'll be fine. Also, now I think I prefer the production here. And this city really could use a forge as well. Let's see, when we fire these two, we can do this, and that gets us to base 14. So that would be 17 if we built a 17 if we built a forge. And then one more growth would get us to, if we worked a forest, we could get to 16, which would become 20. Okay. Anyway. But I don't think we need to emphasize commerce in this city anymore. Yeah, I'm surprised the pyramids hasn't been built yet. We're looking at that for fail gold purposes. All right, looks like we can get currency. A forest has grown near Loot Fiesta. Okay. Could always chop into that later on. All right, I'll just heal for the time being. But yeah, I'm not sure quite what to do with all these. Oh, I need a... I was going to say need a unit in here just for military police. You can hang out in there for the time being. Yeah, it's a pretty dry map, isn't it? This city is certainly growing like a weed. All right, well, it's going to finish that lighthouse naturally. And then we'll go from there. We are getting ready. Oh, we also need a city to produce this settler that we're going to put on this galley, don't we? Silky Fish can actually triple whip a settler out. We can get the settler out of Silky. I mean, I could get it from Deerfield, but I'd rather save that for like a market whip or something like that. Silky Fish is... this would be a great city to put National Epic in and run specialists. But anyway, I guess we might as well chop this, because why not? Don't have a ton else to do over here. I would love to get you to 10 XP. Maybe we'll find some more barbs. All right. Yeah, you know, for all the units I built, I still am like barely have enough to run my cities. Okay, Brexit. You really need more tiles. This poor city, but it's giving me the boat. It's giving me the furs, so it's actually definitely paying for itself. Too bad we can't farm that tile. Yeah, this city's Brexit's a pretty sad city. I'm not gonna lie. Did we finish cottaging this? We did. Okay. We could cottage it. That's true. We can cottage it. Why don't you guys go over there and do that, shall you? For lack of other stuff. As I said, I don't think that there's too much for my workers to do at the moment. Yeah, I'd move you out, but you can't move from this spot. I guess you might as well pop on this. All right. I'll chop this, and I'll put the chop into the granary here, because unfortunately the city has no infrastructure. But we're going to finish currency. That's pretty nice. I should just keep checking in on Toku to see if he's plotting war. Okay, he is not. That's good. How about Joao? He is not plotting war. Brennus can't reach us, so I'm not too concerned about him. Oh, he has dyes he might be willing to trade. Oh, for the marble? Are we using the marble right now? He also might trade it for deer. Oh, I know what we can do. We can have these workers rode up here to this deer, and we can trade in the deer. Oh, but this city's not going to pop its borders. I actually do need the, I think I can get the, I mean, I'm not building anything that requires marble right now. I think I can get the marble back when I need it. Let's trade it to him for the marble. He does not appear to have, okay, he doesn't have any gold available. He does have currency, but he has no gold available. That's fine. We'll take the extra happiness. All right, that means now I can move some of these units out a little bit more. This guy in Deerfield. As I said, I do want to have one of these units go exploring. Ooh. What the? I no longer have control over this tile. Well, we'll road through here. Apparently Nara popped its third ring borders. 24, yeah, it popped its borders. Okay, well, we'll have control of this tile pretty soon, but still, that's a little bit annoying. Any coastals? I mean, we would love to get Colossus, potentially. Has that been built yet? I can't remember if that's been built. Great Lighthouse has already fallen. Okay, no one has Colossus yet. We might want to make a run at that. And again, we are going to have this copper connected soonish. So if we did the forge, and loot fiesta followed by, well, we're doing the market next, but if we did the forge followed by the Colossus, we might be able to make a run at it. Could be worth a shot because we're going to have the copper and we want to go for the forge. So that would mean that the next tech to go for might be metal casting. Yep, we are going to drop this filler city. Yep, as I said, I'm going to try to get it out of, I'm going to try to get the settler out of Silky Fish. I think that I think this one can triple whip a settler without much problem. All right. So as we said, currency, the extra trade route is going to be really nice. All right, so out of our different priorities, I do think metal casting is probably the next goal. Calendar is also a high priority too. Not that we have a lot of calendar resources, but just any of them would be nice. And the mausoleum, we do have well, I was gonna say we had marble. We just traded it away. But we could make a run at the mausoleum too, which is a great wonder, obviously. Get those extended golden ages. Still, I think metal casting does the most to help us because we really could use forges in a lot of these cities. All right, so that's done. Onto the market. Oh, that's a slow market. That is not a fast market at the moment. Well, that's fine. We can take our time getting there. It's worth an awful lot. It's worth an awful lot. Look at how much commerce we have at this city. We already have 57 commerce. That's not bad. All right. And it looks like we can get there in about 6 turns. So we'll run gold now because we have a great person coming out in... You know what, we can, in 2 turns, we'll be able to drop one of those scientists next turn. And you can hang out there. So the galley will start moving out. All right, so I do need to road. Well, we'll road while we're on this tile. We can always chop that next. Why don't you road this while you're here as well? Looking forward to some of these borders popping, so I won't have to worry about the barbs quite as much. You guys get up there, you can do more useful work up there. How many calendar resources do I have? I have the silks, and it's just the silks. Okay, so I guess calendar is not as high of a requirement as I thought it might be. The city is still growing. On growth, we could pick this up for another 3 hammers. So that would get us up to 12 base production, and then that would be 15 with the forge. That's not bad. Anyway, and then down here we got our first elephants rolling off the assembly line. Excuse me. Might have to do a market whip, but a market whip would be 5. See, this is the problem when you don't have forges. The market is a 5-pop whip if you don't have any forges. That's a lot, but we could do the forge next in here. I think forge would need to be the next whip so we can use it to power up our future whips. Not having organized religion or forges is kind of rough in terms of production. Anyway, we're just kind of hanging out here, chilling for the time being. Hoping that the AI is not plotting war against us. Which he doesn't appear to be. Building a road that runs through an uncertain part of the map. These guys are... Oh, you know what? I was going to say if our borders expanded, we could actually... If we controlled that tile, we could actually cut them off, but they'll be able to walk through a lot faster than 17 turns. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can find anything that's off here to the east. All right. So Cheers Toku now came out of resistance. So now we're going to build the sheep cottage, and we have 4 workers here in position to do that on the first turn. Yes, all of you workers can do that immediately. There we go. Again, this is never going to be much of a city, but it's something. I mean, we can chop out the granary. We should probably chop some of these down. At least the riverside tiles we should chop. We might want to save some of these other tundra forests for watermill or for lumber mills, but the ones that are by the river we should definitely consider chopping to get that granary. And oh, we need to do something to expand the borders. Well, Can do a library maybe. Wish I had a... I guess I could build a missionary, but I don't really have a good city that can do that right now. Maybe I'll get lucky and religion will spread in there. All right. So we do need to pop that. Silky Fish is going to do the settler. Okay. I will swap next turn. Actually, let's let the lighthouse finish first. And then we'll let the overflow go into the... we'll whip the settler and we'll overflow go into forge. Okay. Did we get... No, we have one more turn. We can fire this specialist. Work this one. We'll still get the great scientist. Next turn. We're elephant 4 turns. And then, let's see. So we'll birth the scientist next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop the academy, and then we'll turn on science next turn. So right now at 100% science, we are 187 beakers. Let's see what that goes up to afterwards. And Fish and Chip need... I wanted Fish and Chip to do a forge whip, so I'll just save its population. Well, maybe we'll do the library whip first, because the whip cycle's almost done. We'll figure it out. Anyway, time to get some elephants. These two cities are just going to be on pure military. They're going to do forges, and then they'll just be pure military. Because I need some units. I can't afford to just have nothing. And rely on the AI just never to attack me. Alright. Start the elephant. Stable done onto market. Although I think I will probably end up doing forge first here. Alright, there's our great scientist. Very nice. Like, why did it just cycle away from the scientist? Okay. Whoop! You can probably... Elephants and cats. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have... apparently we didn't have enough movement. Let's see, what do we... 1, 2... Oh, it was 4 turns. Okay, so we shouldn't turn science on yet. We should save for another turn. And then turn on once we have those modifiers in play. Okay. All right, here comes the elephants. And now we'll fire that other scientist and work this tile. There we go. We're still growing at a pretty good rate. I also could use civil service so I can spread irrigation. I can always work this tile. Actually, we'll work this so we can grow a turn faster. Yeah, it's worth it to grow a turn faster. I'd like to irrigate this tile and this tile, but I don't have civil service yet. We can do this. Actually, I prefer this. I just want production here. Okay, yeah, so we're base 15. And then when we grow, we'll be... Yeah, so we can get to 20 production per turn here with a forge. And then that's enough for 3-turn elephants. That's pretty good. If we could ever get heroic epic, we'd be even faster than that. We could do like 2-turn elephants. Anyway, you guys need to road this tile. There we go. And then since this is the only tile we can work, we need to grab this one. All right, let's see what's over here. Going off and exploring. I need another source of happiness in this city. Actually, you know what? Or I could whip the... How much does it take? I could also whip the market. Actually, I should... Or I can do the... But I feel like I should do forge whips before market whips. Feels like forge whips are better, honestly. Well, in any case, let's get this... We'll road at least towards this deer. Could do a 2-turn warrior. That's true. We could also do a 2-turn warrior. But I don't want to build too many more warriors for military police. All right, one of you needs to get over here to start chopping. Certainly an interesting map. We're pretty squeezed in here. All right, there's the lighthouse. Go ahead and queue up the settler next, and then we'll be able to triple whip that next turn. We'll get quite a bit of overflow, which I guess I'll put into the library. All right, let's go ahead and use our great scientists. We're not discovering alphabet. We're building an academy. There we go. So we should be able to research pretty fast now. All right, let's see, 214 beakers per turn. That's not bad. Not bad. Metal casting is still 3 turns. But Like, we'll be able to turn down science on the last turn. So let's see. If we whip the market cheese, a 5-pot whip is just, like, so nasty to do. I think it has to be the forge first. You know, that feels off. So I will keep my military, I think, on, like, right around, I don't know, somewhere right around Plains Cow. You can go up here because I need another military unit for Deerfield. All right, we're ready to pick this up as soon as we can whip it. I mean, I might as well have one of these guys just start roading that tile just so we have a road there. And I'm, oh, what the heck? Where did this guy go? I think I put him on an auto command. All right, well, that's a lot of mountains over there. It's a lot of mountains, to say the least. So we're getting there. Still pleased. Toku's still annoyed with Joao over there. No one has alphabet yet. Interesting. None of them have alphabet. We could see if anyone's open to some other kind of trade. He'd give me some money, but I think horses are a little more valuable than that. He doesn't have anything. Getting clams from him. And Toku, of course, won't trade with us because he's Tokugawa. Yeah, I'm not giving you horses. So far, pretty quiet. Work has now begun on the pyramid. No. Work should not go into the pyramids. Let's see. I'll just queue up another elephant for right now. I'm fine with that. And then we'll do forge. Well, so much for any chance to move through in this direction. Peaks and a lake. Peak, peak, lake, peak, 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 peak. Well, I guess we weren't going to make it too much further in that direction, apparently. So, yeah. I guess that's as far as we were going to make it in that direction. What kind of geography is this anyway? That's pretty silly. Anyway, well, clearly if we want to make any progress to the east, we have to go through Toku. All right, time to whip this. Good time to do so. There we go. We're going to get a decent amount of overflow, which I guess I'll just put into, I don't know, the library or something. Here, let's have you road that. You're just ready to pick that up next turn. One of you go help build this road. Did you guys finish that? All right. Go ahead and start chopping then. You can hang out there for the time being. Yeah. Oh, and fish and chips. How is this close to this? All right. Yeah, I want to do the... All right, we'll go ahead and do this because we can get some decent overflow and the city will regrow quickly. And then the next whip will have to be, well, I guess we didn't actually get that much overflow, but then, well, we will get a ton of, we will regrow really quickly. And then we'll have to put we'll do the next whip will be for the forge. All right, settler done. Oh, I want to do the forge next. How much overflow do we have? We have a lot of overflow, so I'll build wealth for one turn to preserve the overflow. All right, load into the galley. All right, so Brennus obviously has feudalism now because he just went into vassalage. I think you can just hang out right there and you'll be able to fog bust. And you guys right here. I think I need to save these forests for lumber mills so the city can work any kind of tiles that aren't horrendous. And we can road this tile for the time being. Right. And you're going to chop there too. All right, well, you don't want to... Oh, apparently we found Saladin somewhere. Interesting. So I guess he must be... Okay, so he also founded his own religion. He must be on the same continent too. I don't see anything we can really do in terms of trading with him, but still nice to find him. Sign open borders. Might as well... No reason not to... Okay, so he doesn't like Brennus. How many cities does he have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So he has 10 cities. So about comparable. Doesn't really have any resources. Okay, never mind then. Where did we actually find him, though? I have no idea where we found him. 3 of them seem to be barb captured. That's true. In theory, we would want another barb to spawn over. Okay, that's fair. We can move this unit back and then try to get this... where's our 7x? We have a 7 XP chariot over here. And then try to get some XP from a barb spawning over here. Saladin had at least 3 barb cities, is that right? Oh yeah, he has Libyan and Cherokee, and Olmec. Yeah, 3 barb cities. Interesting. All right, yeah. All right. Well, we'll dial down the science because we're about to discover this tech. All right, so Silky Fish is going to preserve overflow. Fish and Chips is putting its overflow into Moai, which wasn't enormous, but we did get some. And then I'll have it continue working on Moai. It's like halfway there, you know. It's not making progress there super fast, but it's like halfway there. So I whipped it, and note that it grew last turn, and it grows again this turn. So like it's regrowing very, very quickly. Okay, I think we're good here. I'm gonna swap Deerfield to a forge and whip the forge because we need the production. Oh, also what the workers? I need you here. We need to cottage one of these. I think I'll cottage the non-riverside tile. So I actually think I'm gonna save these for lumber mills later on because riverside lumber mills do get the commerce bonus, and there's plenty of tundra tiles already here to cottage along the river. Okay. Oh, also, we're going to need a name for that city we're about to plant, so keep that in mind. All right, so forges we were prioritizing pretty heavily. Code of Laws, wait, is it by some chance is the religion still there at Code of Laws? I mean, I wouldn't adopt it, but let me just check real quick. Where do we... Oh, we got it. Oh, cool, we got a Hinduism spread. Nice, that'll pop the borders here. Excellent. The Code of Laws religion is still there. Because that little indicator would not be there otherwise. I mean, I don't want the Code of Laws religion. Isle of Fish is a pretty good suggestion. I don't want the Code of... I don't really care about the Code of Laws religion. I'm just shocked that it's still there. Like, that's kind of amazing that has not been claimed yet. All right, 12 more turns. 12 more turns until we have a metal resource on turn 145 or something like that. Okay, so what's our next target in terms of stuff what we want to go for? Archery would let us build archers, but we can build better units than archers. Let's see. Alphabet lets us see what other people are researching. Civil service, yes. I think that's got to be it. I think civil service does the most for us. And it's also worth burning a turn of anarchy to get into civil service, I think. We've been talking mostly about bureaucracy, but the farm spread irrigation actually is really valuable too. The farm spread irrigation legitimately will be good here. Yeah, I think that's right. Could alternately go for people like the ironworking suggestion. It is a pretty cheap tech at this point. We don't have any jungle to chop, so that doesn't do anything for us. Knowing where the iron is not the worst option though. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for Code of Laws because the religion's still there. It has double prereq bonuses. Yeah, we have priesthood and currency, so we get the double prereq bonuses, so it's discounted. Even if we don't want the religion, we can just bury another world religion. So I think that's decent. Oh yeah, that determines if you can go knights. Let's just go grab this right now, because that religion is probably not going to be there much longer. And who knows, maybe it'll be helpful. I can't really swap into it because then everyone would hate me. But who knows, maybe it could be valuable. And it's on the we need to research it for civil service anyway. So why not? Let's do that. It's also pretty cheap. We can get there in 2 turns at max. Okay. So we just need like 160 gold to get... Okay. We'll do 2 turns of 0 and then 2 turns of max spending, and that'll get us to the, yeah. And you know what? We could maybe if the religion falls, we do ironworking first. But I hear you guys. It is pretty important. All right, now we've just got a galley that we kind of don't have much need for. Can we see anything by standing here? No, unfortunately not. Myth thinks Code of Laws, ironworking, civil service. I think that sounds pretty good too. I kind of like that. All right, so this gets us halfway to the granary, which is going to be nice. And we've got the border expansion on the way. All right, so these workers need to come over here so we're not working this terrible tile. You need to swap to a forge, and we'll whip it next turn. You guys need to halt your elephant builds and build forges. Plains Cow should build it naturally. We don't want to whip that. Delphi, you have... Yeah, we could... we really could use the irrigation spread here at poor Delphi. But the forge... it's stuck on 11 production. Yeah, that's another reason why irrigating a tile would be really big. Because if we can take this to size 5, we can get it to 12 production, and then the forge takes it to 15. And then at 15, that's 4-turn war elephants, which I think would be pretty worth doing. All right. So is our military starting to look a little bit less pathetic? Not really, but not really. We're still last in food, although we're not by much. Yeah, we're not last by much in these categories. Soldier count is the more pressing issue, but as I said, we'll get there. That said, when we have research running, we actually look pretty good in GMP. Yeah, look at this. We're actually number 1 in GMP when we turn on science. Granted, that's a tech that has double prereqs, so it's a little deceptive because we do have double prereqs here, but anyway. All right, let's get these guys back down here to Deerfield. I don't think there's much more work to do. You are going to come back here. We're going to see if we can spawn a barb over there. And we'll move this chariot up here, but I want to... Actually, we can do the shuffle just like this. You move here, and then the chariot that's in Deerfield can scoot down here. And then we'll try to see if we can get enough XP for Heroic Epic. And you guys come over here. You might as well stand in my borders this turn, because that way we won't have to pay the maintenance cost for you being outside my borders. Same thing here. Yeah, I don't really need more workers because there's just not that much for them to do right now. And we can chop this to finish the granary, and that is worth doing because we're going to want to cottage this tile anyway. So we'll go ahead and do that. And this tile we also need to... Yeah, I think we cottage this tile too. This city's going to be another high food, just whip and work cottages. Okay. But yeah, some fun decisions to make, certainly. We definitely need to get to civil service. All right, so fish and chips. I approve of fish and chips working this tile just because it only takes it from +6 to +5. Like you can see, it's still 3 turns to grow no matter what. And this takes us from 3 production up to 6 production, so we can build the Moai statues a lot faster this way. So we're just regrowing, and then when the whip counter ticks down, we'll toss in a forge, and then we'll whip the forge. And yeah, and then we'll have Moai in probably about 15 turns, I'd say. We're really not that far away if we can get the forge and get some whip overflow. All right. And Loot Fiesta is going to grow onto the... Loot Fiesta might be taking forever on this market, but it's going to grow onto this tile pretty soon. And like that takes us from 9 up to 13 production, right? Oh, well. Or 9 up to 12. And then the Forge gets us to 15. And Bureaucracy... We'll take that up to about 25, roughly. And 25 production will be fast. We could also... if we can knock out the infrastructure here... I'd probably prefer to use the city for wonder building. But, you know... If we can get to civil service, my next target's probably going to be literature. You know, we could do Great Library plus National Epic in here, which I'd be pretty content with doing. Got to make use of that philosophical trait if possible. A random longbow running around. All right. Well, so Code of Laws did not stick around. I wonder who founded it. Does the religious screen say? Unknown. Just says unknown. Anyway. And the mausoleum was built too. Okay. That's too bad. Who built the mausoleum? Japan. Oh, Toku has the mausoleum, you guys. Toku has the mausoleum, you guys. That definitely makes him a little tastier in terms of potential targets. Oh, wow. Apparently, Brennus has been expanding. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He has 12 cities now. Up to 12. We're going to have to get bigger if we're going to contend with him. All right, he is not plotting war. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. At least Toku doesn't look that strong. None of these guys are playing. And actually, Portugal doesn't look that strong either, but Portugal's kind of a good ally. Still, he could be someone we could go after down the road. None of these guys are plotting war at the moment. Toku's at 9, and I'm at, I believe this gives me 8. Hold on, how many do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, this also gives me 9. Okay, and we had the suggestion for Isle of Fish, which I think is a pretty good one. So let's do that. Isle of Fish. This city's going to have to start with a granary, as usual. And yeah, we have enough water tiles. So we would really like to pop the borders, and maybe there's something over here, but we're not going to be able to do that for quite some time. I'm just wondering if there's anywhere that the galley could go. I mean, technically I could go exploring. You know what? Let's send this guy on a deep exploring mission, and we can always maybe find something over there. Let's just send this guy out deep exploring to see if we can spot anything off to the east. Isle of Fish is pretty funny. We'll keep it with the current spelling, but I do like that pun. All right. You can look to cottage that. You can hang out here. And don't I have a chariot coming back? Yeah, that's gonna... You here. We're playing chariot roulette here. You come down here, and as soon as that happens, this Deerfield... Oh, never mind. Actually, Deerfield can go right now because we're gonna 4-pop whip this forge. Whoop! Well, there goes a whole bunch of our cottages, but don't worry. It'll grow back. It'll grow back. City does have +6 food per turn, so I guess we don't need that extra cottage anytime soon, but we might as well do it right now anyway, because why not? I guess I don't technically need you. Wait, where's my 7 XP chariot? I thought, where's... Oh, there, I got these two confused. All right, well, you come here. I want the 7 XP chariot. In theory, you usually get 2 XP from winning a battle when the odds are in your favor, but I could, in theory, get 3 XP. I guess it's also possible a barb could spawn right here. Well, I really don't want them spawning quite that close to my cities, but I don't know. I probably should leave these tiles defogged. Although they're actually, the borders are going to pop in 9 turns, so it's probably unlikely they're going to pop out anytime soon anyway. All right, you guys are done in 2 turns. You'll be done in 2 turns as well. You can come join the party over here. You know what I should have had these guys do? Walk to this tile and road it, so they didn't just waste their turn doing nothing. Brexit is kind of stuck here. It's going to be able to grow 1 more size, and then it'll have to work this tile, and then it'll be stuck at size 5. Part of the problem is I have a couple cities that are pretty bad right now. Cottage the Riverside at Deerfield. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to cottage these 3 tiles right now because there's not a lot else the workers can do right up until we finish civil service, and then we'll be able to irrigate some of these tiles down here. Delphi is not a good candidate for whipping, and Plains Cow... Actually, Plains Cow is not the worst candidate for whipping because it's kind of working some pretty bad tiles right now. But I think I'd rather just leave it. Honestly, this city's not that much high food. I guess it has somewhat decent, but I think I'd rather have it just slow build the forge and then just build military. Units that are cities that are military pumps often are better off not whipping, whereas it's like the cities that work a billion cottages are the ones that are better off doing that. All right, so Code of Laws does not have the religion anymore. If you're curious, see how the interface no longer has the little Confucian symbol. So with that in mind, let's do ironworking. We'll do ironworking first, just so we can get the information. It's not like I'm going to be building courthouses right now. The markets and the forges have higher priority than would be the priority for courthouses. I don't really need them that badly because I have a pretty compact empire here. All right, so you... Deerfield finished its... All right, that's the one we whipped. So now that because we whipped that first, the overflow does get the forge bonus. Now, is it a lot? No, not really. The overflow was 8, so we got 10 overflow instead of the 8. But still, 2 extra hammers is 2 extra hammers. So, you know, it's something. Now we can turn on... Oh, can we can one turn ironworking. Okay, yeah, our science is pretty good. We're not that great at anything else, but science is good. That's a real Elizabeth game there. All right, so you can come here, and then you are going to come up here, and then maybe if we're lucky, a barb that's easy to kill will spawn. I'd actually love a barb axe to spawn, because that's the easiest thing for my chariots to kill. Anyway, yeah, you guys just hang out here. This 6 XP chair... Oh, actually, you know what? You come down here, too. We actually don't mind if, like, a barb unit spawns, because we're trying to kill some of them. And Cheers Toku is going to have its granary done. Good. Can we finish the cottage? Oh, we need another turn on the cottage there. We also need to chop this. I think the next thing is honestly the forge here. This is just another city that's just going to grow and whip stuff. It depends on the odds. Defending always gives 1, but when you're attacking, it depends on the odds. The lower the odds, the more XP you get. I have seen as much as like 5 or 6 XP when it was like a 1% win. Anyway. So at least Isle of Fish gets some pretty nice trade routes here. Like, it's pretty solid on its own merits. All right, let's see if we have iron right now. We're still just kind of chilling for the time being. Let's see if we have iron, shall we?
You should hammer your iron.
We have iron in the tundra. It's in the 3rd ring again. All right, code of laws. So we do have iron. That's a plus. All of my iron is like out here in the 3rd ring of these cities. You know, I'll put this on forge. Now we don't have enough population to whip the forge in the immediate future, but we can start working towards it. You work this tile because that cottage is about to finish. Cottage. You can actually hang out here. Oh, hey, we got another free religion spread. That's all right. You know what? Galley, cancel that deep order. Cancel that because we can go see if there's anything up here. We can dump a chariot on here and see if there's anything over here. We might be able to cram another city over here if there's anything. If it's just bare grassland tiles, it's probably not worth it, but it might be worth. So anyway, yeah, this city's going to pop borders in 9 turns, and then we'll have the iron. We can connect both iron and copper. All right, Loot Fiesta grew another size. It's still growing very slowly here, so now it's at the 12 production. So, you know, I actually think the play is let's chop some of these forests into the... We can chop some forests, and then that'll let us get the forge done. And then I'd like to make a run at that Colossus. I really would like to make a run at that. Okay. So we need... You know, we can do total walls in 2 turns. Let's actually just get... Let's just actually do this in 2 turns. And then we'll start saving for civil service. Should Silky Fish be building wealth? Ah. No. No, it should not. Thank you for catching that. That was on that for way too long, but that's it's not the you know, it only has 2 base production, so it didn't really matter that much. The main thing is we preserved that overflow for the forge was what I was going for. Okay. Also, we need to chop this so we can oh, but the chop should go to Isle of Fish. Well, we can maneuver it, manipulate it so that chop goes to Isle of Fish. But yeah, we definitely need to chop this forest and this forest here. Okay. Okay. So there is, you know, there is still some work for the workers to do, even as we limp towards... Well, I'm said limp towards. We're not really limping towards civil service at all. Our research is pretty darn good. Oh, I need to get graphs on Saladin. So let's get graphs on him. I want to see where he is on the demographics. Cool. So yeah, this will pop in 10 turns, and this will pop in 7 turns. Cool. It's a shame I'm not spiritual. If I were spiritual, I would pop into caste system for a few turns and use units to pop the borders. But that, like, when you're spiritual, Code of Laws is really nice because you can do 5-turn cycles, 5 turns in slavery, 5 turns in caste system. It's really nice, but we are not we're not spiritual in this game. All right, yeah. Before we build, we should actually go down here and chop this. It's not Riverside, but it is a 2 food tile as opposed to a 1 food tile. Okay, so that'll get us to, yeah, getting close there. Mostly still waiting for those borders to pop. All right. You might as well road this tile while we're here. All right, there we go. And then let's get over here and chop that. Silky Fish is a forest tile. It does, but it's the silk, so I don't mind that one. It has the extra yield. I think 211 is a little better than 203. I think it's kind of minor, but I think I'm okay with that. We also technically should get some kind of defender for this city, but if we can't protect this, maybe I can get a warrior out of one of these cities. All right, fish and chips, making progress towards Moai. What's the whip counter here? All right, we're halfway there, and then we'll do the forge whip in a few turns. And here we're halfway. Okay, we're making progress towards the forge. Okay, yeah, I didn't want that guy. Okay, workers that were on this tile here. We're going to try to, as I said, do some chops into the capital, because I'd like to get this sped up. If I'm gonna make any run at the Colossus, I need to hurry this up a little bit. Or, actually, you know what I should do? I should pre-chop these forests and then chop them with the bureaucracy bonus. That's definitely better. I should pre-chop them and then cash in the 3 forest chops once I have bureaucracy, because then they're worth 45 production instead of 30. And like 45, 45, 45. That's like basically enough to do the Colossus right there. Although I would probably have to use them on the forge first, but yeah, that's more valuable, I think. All right, so you guys can road that tile. We'll just road and pre-chop all these tiles. We can road, pre-chop, road, pre-chop, road, pre-chop, road, pre-chop. Actually have 3 within the borders, then we might as well chop that one too. So yeah, then we can cash them all in. I mean, we don't have a lot to go on. Whip the forge. I just don't want to whip this city though. Like I'd rather just keep it size 15 working all these tiles. I would rather keep it this size, honestly. I think it's better to do that than to whip it. There are some times where whipping is not the right... As good as whipping is, there are times where whipping is not the correct answer, and I think this is one of them. Yeah, I think this is one of them. Deerfield is fine to whip. When this whip cycle wears off, we'll probably whip the market and go from there. But yeah, we are not in a position to fight right now. We are at negative income, it's true. We're pretty close, but I mean, do we care if we finish this tech this turn? Like, do we actually care if we finish the tech this turn or not? I mean, it looks kind of cool if we do, but well, we can just turn off science for a turn. It's okay. All right, so you guys finish chopping that. That is not the tile we want to... You know, we can just take this tile over. One nice thing about cities being so close is we can actually take over this tile for a turn while these guys are building the cottage on this tile. Well, they think we might be able to finish the cottage this turn anyway. All right, yeah. You hang out here. We're going to explore what's over there. All right, so I have 2 more. You guys come over here. You can forest pre-chop this. Same thing. Does Fish and Chips have its forge? Fish and Chips. No, it's going to whip its forge next. That's the next whip. As soon as in 4 more turns, we'll do the forge whip. Oh, never mind. We actually did finish this, so okay. And I'll continue to assign it to this city because I want the chop to go to Isle of Fish. That way, if we chop this into Isle of Fish, we can 1-pop whip the granary, which is absolutely worthwhile to do in this situation. Silky Fish is also not that far off from being able to whip a forge. Okay. And Plains Cow is going to grow. Okay, Plains Cow, but we can move a unit in there for extra happiness, can't we? Delphi doesn't. Yeah, Delphi doesn't actually need this unit for happiness, so you can walk in there. Even though this does mean Delphi has no unit defending it again. If you want to max whip overflow, you have to start it now. I mean, but well, I mean, Fish and Chips is just going to grow to size 8, and then we 4-pop whip it. I think is the plan. I think that's what I see what you're saying, because I do need to get it down to a 3-pop whip. It's I'm trying to think about the math on this. Let's see. So we get 6 production per turn. Do we need to start this now? I think we actually do. I think Salson's right. If we want to get a big overflow, I think he's right. All right. So there we go. Now Plains Cow is happy. Deerfield celebrates. We love the Monarch Day. Oh, Saladin was in a golden age. Okay, I didn't know that. Interesting. Anyway, so we'll turn science back on. We'll finish Code of Laws. Could overflow actually. Do we want to overflow? We might as well. I mean, we're going on to civil service next. There's no question about that. So we might as well just overflow. That has to be the tech that we're going next. All right, so you guys rode. You guys, let's go ahead and chop this. You are going to get ready to go check this out. Rode this. Isle of Fish, there we go. How much longer for this border to pop? 5 turns. It feels like it's taking a long time, even though it's really not. And then we might as well start cottaging this, because Silky Fish could work this if we have it cottaged. That'll be done next turn, and then Silky Fish can work that over a water tile. Obviously, it'll be worse for 10 turns, equivalent for 20, and then better after that. Let's check in with the AI just to see what they're up to, see if anybody's... You're not plotting war. How much longer does that marble deal last, out of curiosity? I don't need to build anything with marble until I get up to literature. So nobody has alphabet yet, which is interesting. They're all ignoring it. Oh, I should have checked how everybody felt about Saladin. So because he's running his own religion, he is not liked by Brennus at all. Portugal apparently can't declare... Portugal's please locked with everybody. So here's like the good and bad news about where we are. Saladin's somewhere in the direction of Isle of Fish. He might be. He might also just be all further to the east, though. I have no idea if this is like a single continent, multiple continents. I guess we'll find out. So anyway, what was I going to say? He's please locked with everybody, so we don't have to worry about him. And then the only other one who can reach us is Toku, but everybody hates Toku, so we don't really have to worry about people like coming to Toku's help, I think. We actually have relatively decent relations with Brennus. Here's the low peace weight in action. We're +3, but we're still cautious with him. Although we might be getting closer. What does he have a favorite civic that we would... Oh, he likes organized religion. Well, not a lot we can do. We don't have a religion right now. I don't want to burn a turn of anarchy just to get into religion. And with Brennus being in... I mean, the religion to adopt would have to be Buddhism, because we want to stay on the good side of J-Man here. If we... Down the road, we'll have to see what makes the most sense if we wanted to flip into one of these other religions. But for now, I don't want to spend the turn of anarchy. It's worth it to go into bureaucracy, but it's not worth it to adopt a religion. We don't even have organized religion as an option. Yeah, we got to organized religion civil service without a religion. It's actually not that uncommon in high difficulty to... You have to very carefully pick your religion because the diplo benefits are pretty important. Anyway, I was going to say, so the advantage in this game, we actually have a lot of kind of aggressive low peace weight leaders. The disadvantage of this is we're more likely to get attacked, but the good sign is no one in this game is that good economically. Like, Joao is probably the best, but he's really not a great economic leader. We don't have anyone else who's financial. We don't have anyone else who's organized, right? None of these people are organized. We have double protective leaders, which is, as we know, a bad trait in terms of teching. We have aggressive, protective, spiritual, charismatic, and then expansive, imperialist. Like J-Man's big thing is he's great at expanding, but he's already out of room to expand. Like, he's stuck on, I think, 9 cities. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, he's stuck on 9 cities. If he can't get out and, like, spread across the map like a weed, he's not very effective. So we're kind of fortunate in the leader draw here. I think the long-term play has to be take over Tokugawa. Like, that has to be the play. If we can do that, then I think we're in really comfortable shape. Easier said than done, though, obviously.
To bring about the rule of righteousness in the land.
No, we're not going into anarchy. All right, so civil service is an expensive tech. No one has it yet because no one's in bureaucracy. Right? Like, we would be able to... Someone would have gone into bureaucracy. Okay, so vassalage. Toku does not have feudalism yet. He would probably have gone vassalage if he did. But no one has... I don't think anyone has civil service yet. All right, so now we need to... So In order to get to civil service, we need... Let's see. We need about 350 gold, roughly, and then we can do it in 4 turns. Our break even is about 7 turns. It's not bad. It's about 7 or 8 turns break even. So let's get to about 350 gold, and then we'll turn on the jets again and go from there. Yeah, and Nara doesn't have walls either. That's true. We would be able to see them because we've scouted. What does he have in here? One nice thing about Civ 4 is if you've revealed the city center tile, you can see the details. Because the map does update in real time. All right, so he's got a barracks, a monument, a granary, a library, and then that's a monastery. A Jewish monastery. Or is that a temple or a I think it's a monastery. So he's got the basic infrastructure, but... here we go. And then... There we go. And we don't have visibility on any of his other cities. Those wines would be really nice to have, too. Also, if we could ever get this tile back... So anyway, yeah, we're not that far from civil service. We're also not far away from having this stuff in our borders. Okay, so let's see. We gotta chop. And chop. And then it's very important we cancel this. Cancel. Cancel. Okay, over here. Same thing. Group you. Chop. Cancel, and ungroup you. All right, so these forests are both chopped. I'm just going to put a sign. Chop. So I remember this. Chop. So these are both pre-chopped. And then we'll pre-chop this one as well. We might as well pre-chop this because as soon as we have calendar, we're going to knock down the forest for a plantation. All right. We are eager to go. All right, so we definitely want to... You know, I actually think it is worthwhile to whip this because we're just working this really bad tile. Let's just get the granary done immediately. And then the next build has to be lighthouse, so I'll just queue that up instantly. The lighthouse will build at size 4. It'll just be a double whip for the lighthouse. I'll keep you here for right now because I'm going to have this chariot hop in the boat when the borders pop in 7 turns. All right, and we're going to cottage this. Cottage. There we go. Now it's done. So now you work this tile over this. You work these tiles here. So Isle of Fish can, in theory, work these tiles. This is also a naval city, too. This city is also on the coast as well. So they all could theoretically build boats if we needed to. All right. These workers are all done. So I'm going to start moving them towards the east to both pre-chop forests and... Oh, wait, I was going to say we need to improve the... Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to be ready to improve these, Oh, we actually have this in our borders now. What the heck? How did this get in our borders? What the... Oh, Brexit. Was it Brexit that got... No. How is this in our borders? How did I get the... Oh, it's the capital. It's the capital hit 500. Okay. Yeah, well, let's go connect this so that we can actually build metal units if we need to. Yeah, what the heck? Interesting. Anyway, Toku's still not plotting war, is he? I mean, what I'd really like is for one of these other leaders to declare war on Toku, and then we can slip in and hit him from the other side. Our power is still very, very low relative to these guys, but we've almost got the forges done in our military cities. So we are a true hodgepodge of religion. We have every major religion in our territory somewhere. But yeah, we need to prepare to get that set up. All right. I also wanted to get this pre-chopped. And this also pre-chopped. So we finished the granary in Isle of Fish, as expected. Ah, well, there goes the Colossus. That's too bad. Who built it? I'm just like... Japan? Toku really wants to make himself a target here. All right, where are these workers? All right, so we already have this roaded. Yeah, let's pre-chop this as well. So no Colossus, unfortunately. We could have maybe gotten there if we had prioritized it, but we had other stuff we wanted to prioritize more. I mean, I'm just saying. So we pre-chopped this one too. I'm just saying that he really is putting a target on his back with these wonders. Again, no city can work this tile, so we can't get the yields from it. But anyway, yeah, we'll group you together to move you. Oh, we can't get across. You know what you guys need to do? Let's go get this. Let's go work towards this tile. We need to get this iron. We're only 4 turns away from this iron popping. All right. Of course, we're going to finish this market like right when then we turn on science. All right, Silky Fish, how close are you to your Forge Whip? Very close. You're just about ready to do this whip. Oh, we can whip it next turn for max overflow. That'll be, yeah, basically max overflow. That'll be nice. It'll cost 4 pop, but like we're not really working good tiles here outside of the fish, so that's fine. All right, Plains Cow. What tile? Oh, Plains Cow. All right, so this is why we need civil service really badly. Is we want to be working these. We need to get down here and irrigate this. All right, I don't want. This is a production city. I don't care about working these tiles. I think we also got this tile back from the AI, but anyway, so now we're at 18. We can grow 1 more size and be at 20, and then the forge gets us to 25. That's really nice. That's really nice. 25 is, that's 2-turn cats. And almost 2-turn. It's like 2.5 turn elephants and 2-turn cats. That's pretty nice. So yeah, we'll just start working on this. We probably need, I don't know. What am I thinking? Maybe like 6 cats, 12 elephants. If we have that, we could probably look to start pushing in. Again, we could maybe start making a move against Toku. I also agree that getting Alphabet and building 1 spy just so we can walk through Toku's territory would not be bad. But after I finish civil service, we do need to go for literature next if we want Great Library, and I think we do. If we want to go the Great Library route. It's just so good for a philosophical civ to get that, especially one that has marble. So we'll be canceling that trade, that marble trade down the road. All right, so yeah, 90. I think we run 2 more turns on this, and then we can turn on science. All right, forge done in Plains Cow. There we go. Oh, nice. Look at this. We get the perfect. We had 2 overflows. So that takes us to 20, and then that goes to 25 this turn. Really nice. Plains Cow is a very, very good production city. Very good. By the way, still no one has built the stupid pyramids. What the heck? How are the pyramids not built yet? Yeah, free religion would be great. I am very well suited for a free religion here. I am very well suited for free religion. Let's see. So if we turn this on right now, 4 turns. Yeah, we can't quite get there. Oh, actually, hold on. We're not far off. If we do 70, 70. No, we need another turn on 0%. We need 1 more turn on 0%. Then we can go. Of course, I'm finishing the market right now, which is like the worst time to be. Ideally, I'd be running 0% science with the market in place instead of this. So that's a little silly, but it is what it is. Okay, so we got the road done there. So we have a road that can potentially get us into Toku's territory over there. I think the next thing to do is come down here and be prepared to start irrigating these tiles, because we're not far from civil service. We could build roads to start. And you guys are getting ready to connect that. Deerfield's regrowing. The city is not that far away from a market, from a forge whip. Because it's finished its grounding. Oh, it's also about to pop borders. Fine, thank goodness. And Silky Fish. Here we go. I'm glad I checked on Silky Fish. So, Silky Fish is at 28 out of 120. Next turn, this will be a 3-pop whip. But we'd much rather have it be a 4-pop whip with 28 overflows. This is a perfect time to whip the city. There we go. And I think we want the. Let's do the library next because it's cheap. We want the library and the market next, but the library's cheaper. Although, actually, no. We need the market because the market gives us happiness. Never mind. The market's more important because we need the +2 happiness that comes from the market. Fur, ivory, silk, whale. Actually, calendar. Calendar is an important tech too because not only does it give us +1 happiness from the silk, we also get another happiness from the market. We have fur, ivory, and silk. Are like all of our happiness resources. No, the deer's already improved, right? Oh, I thought the deer was already improved. Whoops. Well, these guys can come over here. They can come get the deer. I thought it was already improved for some reason. I thought the barbs had already improved it. I don't know why I thought that. And Fish and Chip is going to whip this forge as soon as... okay, well, actually, it needs to go back to Moai right now. If we're going to 3-pop whip the... If we're going to 4-pop whip the forge, which I think is the plan. We need to let it grow. We need 2 more turns, and then we swap back to the forge. 4-pop whip the forge, and then overflow into Moai. And that's the plan. And Plains Cow needs to stop building the pyramid. How has no one finished the pyramids yet? All right, I'm doing the forge. And we can still cash in these chops. Maybe the chops end up getting cashed in for Great Lighthouse or Great Library, excuse me, instead. All right. Yeah, you need to do more elephants for right now because you have the stable, so I'd rather have you get out the elephants. Oh, there we go. Finally, the pyramids are built in a faraway land. Finally. Sure took long enough. All right, so chop. And you chop. Yeah, I think we can cash these in for the Great Library or something instead. All right, now we can turn on science. Yep, and that'll get us there in 4 turns. Yep, that'll get us there in 4 turns. Let's do it. Okay. 4 turns. So you can road here. You guys need to be on this tile. Fortunately, there's no barb about to whack you. Is it? Oh yeah, is it Japan? Was it another Japan? Oh my god. It is Japan. Although honestly, hereditary rule is probably better for me than representation right now. It's like look at all these warriors here. He built the pyramids too. He's actually tops in score from all those wonders. What a loon. Anyway, just checking in to see. All right, he is not plotting war. Kind of a peaceful game considering these AIs have contrasting religions, and I would assume some border tension. No. Oh wait. He had gold, and you're not plotting. You can't plot war. Hold on. Saladin has gold. Ooh. Hold on. That would be pretty nice if we could get that. Because then we actually could make a play for Shwedagon. Where is Shwedagon Pi on the tech tree? I can't even remember. Oh, that's at aesthetics. Okay, I would not mind having that because free religion would be really good for me. Maybe we could even double revolt into free religion and bureaucracy on the same turn with that. Maybe we can cash in the because nobody's built Shwedagon. Let me just check to make sure nobody's built it yet. I don't think anyone has. No, nobody's built it yet. Plus, we have forges going up. Okay, so let's see what deals we have. I think we can maybe cancel some of our old resource deals. Deer. Okay. Does he need furs? I think because I think Saladin needs furs, right? Yeah, we can send him the furs and the fish. Let's just cancel that deal that's going to Toku. Okay. So we can just send in the fish and the furs. Perfect. That also eases the happiness crunch a bit. I don't care about Toku's never going to be our friend anyway. Maybe we'll even get you supplied us with advantages. Okay. So we're doing aesthetics next. Yeah, let's just cash in these forest chops for Shwedagon. We can do that. We'll have gold for the double production speed. If we're well, that would mean not getting the bureaucracy bonus. Well, that's okay. Because I'd like to try to double revolt into bureaucracy and free religion and only cost the 1 turn. But that would really help me if I could get into both of those. Normally Schwedegon's kind of like whatever. Let's see, how many chops could we cash in? We did just chop this tile, didn't we? I mean, I could do 4 forest chops. With gold, let's see, with gold and with gold, I don't think I'll have the forge done at that point, but they're 60 with marble. I think I have pretty good odds to get that. 60 times 4, that would be 240. How expensive is that wonder? Anyway, the pyramids just fell this turn, so that's not going to be around. So we're about to get some fail gold from the pyramid, so I'll tick up science a little bit. We'll make a play for it. We'll at least give it our best shot. But that does mean holding off on revolting to bureaucracy until after I make my play at that. To try to get into free religion. I mean, it's worth a shot. We might as well go for it, right? If the wonder falls, it falls. There we go. Yeah, we got 46 gold from that. Yeah, all right. So that chop's done. Let's do that. Let's prep this one too. So we can chop 5 forests into this. These should all go to 5 forest chops should. Yeah, I mean that's like 300 production towards it. And then you guys can like run up there to help out because I have 4 workers here. I figured Toku was going to have longbows. I always figured Toku would have longbows before I was in a position to attack him. I just did not. I was just not ready to attack before that. But elephants and cats still do pretty well against longbows. Shouldn't you grab aesthetics first? That's a good point, actually. We should do aesthetics first. There's no reason not to do aesthetics first. Because that's the contested... Yeah, because that's the contested wonder. You are absolutely right. Should have thought about that, right? But I did not. Okay. So you guys are going to be needed up there in like one more turn. So let's get you ready after that. All right. Let's split these guys apart. Now we can build the deer camp because those borders have finally popped. Might as well do aesthetics first so then we can start the wonder sooner. The city is also going to... Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to grow for a second, but no. We can also pick up this tile potentially. Do we want to work this? No, I'd have to drop one of the hill tiles. I don't think I want to do that right now. I'll give that tile back to Deerfield. Although I do think long term that's going to go. Which tile is that? This one? Yeah, it's that one. All right, Silky Fish is still regrowing here. How close are we on the... Ah, Fish and Chips is on its hit size 8. Excellent. All right, so time to whip that forge. 4 pop whip. There we go, as we brutally slaughter a population. But look, we're going to get 20... Let's see, we're going to get 27 overflow. And then that gets increased by a quarter, so that's another like 6 production. So we get like 30-something overflow. That'll take the... That'll get Moai pretty close. Get Moai pretty close. Meanwhile, Plains Cows is slowly getting the elephants out. We're just finishing the forge at Delphi. Unfortunately, it can't grow just yet, but we will bring irrigation down there shortly. I guess that's the one downside to aesthetics is it takes us longer to get irrigation down there. All right, now the iron's in our borders, so we'll work on that. We also now finally have the copper connected. Why don't you... actually, I need you here for pre-chopping purposes. Forge and Fish and Chips. What else did we finish? Finished a forge. Oh, Delphi finished the other one. Okay, that's right. Okay, you guys are going to pre-chop here. Honestly, why don't you just come hang out here and be ready to chop next turn? We can chop 5 forests next turn. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just need these guys up here, ready to be in position. This is going to look dumb if it doesn't work out. Yeah, biology would be awesome. Biology would be awesome. All right, now finally Cheers Toku is like a real boy. Because it's got its other food tile. For a tundra wasteland, it's actually not that bad of a city. because it has the double food tiles. And we can actually just work these. We can work these tundra riverside cottages, I guess. Post biology, we could actually farm some of the riverside tiles, but it probably gets stuck around size 10 until biology. But yeah, all right. So this is roaded, right? Yeah, this is roaded. So let's get over to that. We need to get over to this iron tile and improve that. So we have iron available. Okay. Yeah, Isle of Fish is doing a nice job of growing. It'll be able to get to size 4. Oh, and we're also only 2 turns away from that. So now's a good time to hop in the boat. We're going to get ready. We're getting ready. Getting ready to see what's over there. Brexit has finished its library. This poor city. This poor city down there. What's the point of the island city? So it just gives us another build queue. It gives us another spot for trade routes. And because we're financial, working water tiles is really good. Because like these are all tiles I would not be able to work from these other cities. Remember that at like size 20, you know, cities cap out in terms of tiles they can work at like size 20. It's not that valuable to have another city there, but for most of the game, the cities are going to be nowhere close to size 20. So like if this city's size 10, this city's size 10, this city's size 10, we're just working a lot more tiles than we would be if there wasn't a city there. So that's why, I mean, it does seem a little bit silly to do that, but because we're financial, water tiles are really good. And it just gives us another build queue to exploit for whips and maybe drafting later on. And we can just work more tiles, basically. So it's a really good question, but like it is worthwhile to do that. All right. Can we actually dial down science a bit? We actually can, so we'll do that. And then we'll go back to civil service next turn. Okay, so we're going to make this play for Schwedegon, which we don't even have the gold resource for, but we're getting it from the AI. Plains Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. And boom, there we go. 20 production base plus 25% from buildings. There we go. It costs us a little commerce, but this city doesn't care about commerce. It doesn't have any of the... I guess it does technically as a library because they didn't have stuff to build. Look at this. Now we can just do 2.5 turn elephants here. Let's get up to about 10 to... Let's get up to like 10 to 15 elephants, and then we'll go from there. And like Delphi's building elephants too. Maybe I should actually build a unit to sit in Delphi because it currently has no defender. All right. Let's do this. Let's do our chop bonanza and see if it works. All right, back to civil service. Oh, we can probably do it in 3 turns from here. Again, I'm doing the elephants first because I might be able to get catapults out of other cities. I want to make sure that I'm building elephants in cities with stables. All right, you are pretty sad, but we'll go ahead and queue up the forge because that makes every other building better. I mean, if you can ever get control of the wheat tile, you become like a decent city again. All right, time for our chopping. Let's see if this works. So, first things first, we're going to swap to... Oh, we could do Statue of Zeus as well. That's kind of funny. Schwedegon first. So, 19 turns. Base production, 12. All right. Oh, that's someone popping the philosophy religion. So, if Joao spreads that around and switches into that religion, that could be awkward. Hi, Link Mario Samus. Just kind of building so far. No conflict, but we're building up. We might be able to do that in 3 turns. We'll see. All right, let's see if this works. So, first chop. Chop. Second chop. Chop. Third chop. Chop. Fourth chop. Chop. Fifth chop. Chop. All right. What do? We got it down to 8 turns. If we had the forge in place, we probably would... from chopping. So if we'd had the forge in place, we would get another 25% on that. So we would have gotten like 70 something. It's not bad. 8 turns. Is there any way I can speed that up further? Maybe one of these forests out here will also increase that. Well, we'll see. Well, I'll check to see where this chop goes to. I think this one goes to... Plains Cow, though. All right. Let's hope that works. I mean, I can. It could be whipped to completion. I might as well do the road first. All right, I'm gonna hold you right in that city for the time being. All right, border pop next turn. Let's see if there's something out here. You guys need to come over here. Whoop. Still haven't seen that barbarian that we were hoping for. Let's clear these signs. And this X is not going to happen as a city. All right. That's our espionage. Do we get Saladin's? We do have Saladin's demos, but I'll keep the spending on him for a little while longer. If we're curious, let's just check in. All right. So GMP, we're very competitive with GMP, with the AIs. Production, actually, we're starting to get there on production, too. Food, we're definitely the lowest. But not by that much. Power is more of an issue. We're not great on power. We're actually ahead of Portugal on culture. The other leaders are mostly a little bit bigger, but we're also playing on Immortal difficulty, where the AI gets a lot of bonuses. But we're pretty competitive. I think we're pretty close on tech, honestly. He wants me to convert to Hinduism. I think I have to say no to this. Because I don't want the anarchy turn, even though this means I take a -1 with him. All right, so we could whip this if we had to, although I do not want to do a 5-pop whip in the capital. Let's just see if a chop here helps. No, it does go to Plains Cal, so that's not going to help me, unfortunately. All right, let's get down here and get ready to start, whatchamacallit, farming. Oh. This does not appear to have anything on it, for all that we hoped. Does not appear that there's anything over here. Despite our best hopes that this was maybe something. I do not think it's worthwhile to cram a city in there with no food resources at all. Don't think that that's worthwhile to do. Ah, well. Let's get you guys down here. Ah, well. You could mine the ice. I will road this tile just because it's on the Toku border and we might want that. We might want to move there. All right. We are getting iron connected. So having iron and horses is big. That means knights down the road, which are one of the game's best units. All right, Shwedagon, 7 turns. I might whip this if it gets close. I really don't want to lose this wonder. Well, you know what I can do? I can take this tile back. Let's actually do that for now. I should have done this sooner. Not drop that down to 5 turns. I should have done that sooner. I'll just borrow this tile for the moment from Fish and Chips. Fish and Chips can just grow right now. That'll slow down its Moai, but that's all right. I should have done that sooner. Could sweat back to Forge and whip that. That's true. How much would a Forge whip give me right now? It would be a 3-pop whip. Let's see. I'm just thinking here for a second. So if we whip the Forge, we would get 90 production because we don't have any production modifiers. And that would put it at, hold on, what is it? That would put us at 90 plus, that would put us at 135 plus whatever production we got this turn. So that would give us 150. So that would be 30. Yeah, I think that's actually right. That's a really good call. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Because we would get about 30 overflow from that, and then the 30 overflow adds 6. Well, get us to, that would give 60. That would cut about 2 turns off. Get it down to about 3 turns. That's certainly way better than just straight up whipping Sweardagon Paya itself. Yeah, I think that's the play. I like that suggestion. Okay. So this will slow the city down a little bit. And we need to be working these tiles so that we get the 12. Chop the would-be city tile with the X. Which one? I already checked. This one does not go to Loot Fiesta. I don't think there's any more forests available. Note that that does lower our civil service. We have, like, Third Hills. Ah, thank you. Third Hills unworked. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know which one of these cottages is the most immature. 26, 23, 9. Okay, so it's this one. There we go. Yep. Yep, yep. So that gets us to 150. So that's a 60 production overflow into Schwedegan. So that'll take it to 360. And then we're building 30% will be 3 turns after that, which will line up pretty well with this civil service finishing time. I'm going to be very sad if this gets stolen away in these next 3 turns. We'll do this right now. Where Brexit expanded its borders. Now we have our corridor that runs up here doesn't look quite so sad. And I think the barbs are finally not going to spawn up there anymore. Anyway, we'll move the 1 tile north, but there is indeed nothing up there. I do not think that's worth a city with no resources. So sadly, we can't get anywhere else until optics or astronomy or what have you. All right, let's get you down here. Still 2 turns away from civil service. I'm going to be in position to come down here and help out. Also, we might want to have, we might as well road this tile while we're here. Never know, I might want to road on this tile while we're, if we go to war with Toku. Okay, let's finish mining the iron. Gonna continue crossing my fingers here. Oh, Cheers Toku can now do its 4. Oh, I missed the... I just missed the 3-pop whip. Now it's a 2-pop whip. That's all right, though. That's a little unfortunate. I still think the Forge needs to come first, honestly. Forge needs to come first. So, because it powers up my future whips. And we'll overflow into the library for now. Next whip is probably the market, but we can work on the library for the time being. Also, apparently we need some kind of defenders in these cities. Still have no defenders in some of these. But we're still getting more elephants. All right, come on. No whammies for 2 more turns on Schwedegan Paya. No, no whammies, no whammies. I just need to survive this turn. I just need to survive this turn because the player wins same turn tiebreakers. That looks good there as far as what tiles we're working. So what we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 6 elephants right now, and we are starting to crank them out. Like, it took us a while to get these cities set up, but like we are cranking them out now. All right, yeah, road that, and then we're gonna work on getting some farms down. Starting here. Yeah, we're doing 2.5 turn elephants right now. It's pretty nice. Let's see here on a road. 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to think. I think the first thing to do is on. Well, we'll just do this farm while we can. It looks funny seeing all these plains farms, but that's what we need. I think we actually need to cottage this tile next. I think that's gonna be the next one we need to improve. I might save these for lumber mills over here. How short of 1 turn? Good question. It's well short. It's not, we can't finagle it to get it. It's like not something we can do by just fiddling with tiles. Good question though. Yeah, we're like just barely doing it in 2 turns. All right, we just need to survive. If we survive this inner turn, we're good. I swear, if it gets finished on this turn after I've invested all these resources. All right, next up we want, we're gonna do Great Library in the capital next, assuming it's still there. Oh, we have to do polytheism for that. All right, we're good. I'm just like waiting to see if the pop-up is gonna appear. Whew, we're good. Okay, we're good. Remember, the player wins same turn tiebreakers. Okay, now we can finally build farms. All right, you can pop in there. You guys are gonna... So like we could build a farm, but it only goes to 2 food. If you can't get it to 3 food, it's like not worth building the farm there. All right, let's start farming. Whoop. Split that group. Going to be building some farms as we continue to crank out more elephants. I will need to get some cats eventually, but let's get some more of these. Is it actually showing up on our power graph at all? Not really. Not really, but as I said, let's get at least a dozen elephants and go from there. I am a little bit concerned about Brexit, but if we attacked... I mean, we could literally move right here and hit Nara, and then I think Brexit would be relatively safe. All right, we'll do the one-term polytheism here as well. And then Loot Fiesta can go back to its actual configuration, because we did lose a size there. Silky Fish, how close are you? You're getting close to your next whip cycle. And Fish and Chips will be able to get that tile back again soon. It's not far. I think the next whip will finish... I think the overflow from the next whip finishes Moai. If we time it, it has to be a market whip next. All right. I'm a little concerned about Brexit. I mean, I'm going to need to have some soldiers here, and then at least I want to make... I think if we do this attack, I'm going to make the attack like here, maybe like right here, and then I think this group can cover Brexit, and then I'll also need some soldiers ready to defend here. Okay, literature is pretty cheap. We are last in power, but we knew that.
Not at all similar are the races
All right, there we go. Shwedagon Paya.
men who walk upon the earth.
I almost never build this wonder, but it's actually really good here because I have so many religions in my territory. I have 4 different religions, and none of them are in more than like 1 or 2 cities. Are you going to farm one of the grassland forests because you have 5 forests at Plains Cow? Possibly. I have to think about whether I want to. I have to think about whether I want to save for lumber mill or not. But it's a good question. It's something I should be thinking about. All right. So Shwedagon Paya done. Next up, we'd like to do Great Library. But we can put it on Aqueduct for right now because we actually do need the extra health here. I don't care about Chichen Itza. Parthenon's going to be obsoleted. I mean, we might try to do Statue of Zeus just because. I also want to put National Epic in here. It's going to be National Epic and Oxford. Okay, so now we can drop all these hill tiles and put you back on your growth diet. And just get you to grow ASAP. Oops, I did not want an axeman there. Why don't you start doing a few catapults? Because you're on kind of an awkward number to begin with. And you are going to stay on the elephant, all elephants all the time. Alright. So this is a good turn. Bureaucracy, free religion. Still just 1 turn. How much more expensive is this, just out of curiosity? Only 6 gold per turn more expensive. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, I don't really have anything for this galley to do now. Maybe now the galley will go and just on a big scouting mission. Alright. Let's continue farming there. You can hang out here. Did we finish that cottage? No, there we go. Okay. Alright. Looks good. We're definitely worth the anarchy turn to get in. Free religion plus bureaucracy. Alright. So let's look at Loot Fiesta now. If we were to go to 100% science, yeah, 381, that's pretty good. Yeah, if we go to 100% science. So we have 61 base commerce here. And then that's plus 50% for the capital, so it goes to 91, and then we get that doubled from our science modifiers. That's really, really nice. Really nice. Yes, I'm playing the Civ who won the last season of Survivor. I'll just go ahead and do this because I want to finish. Oh wow, we can do literature really fast. I want to start work on Great Library. And then I'll probably work 2 of the hill tiles because of that, because I want to have some production towards that. Fish and chips, you can take back a hill tile. Yeah, there we go. Actually, Moai is not that far off, is it? So we got to set up our next whip here, which is going to be a market whip. It'll probably be it needs to be I'll just swap when it's time to. Actually, I guess I should probably swap now, so I can do a 3-pop whip later on. All right. All right. So Delphi needs to swap off one of these tiles to go back to growing. Grows very, very slowly, but it can in fact grow. I might swap off both of these tiles to get it to 2 food per turn. I really would like to get this to a higher size. All right. So Plains Cow finished that. We're still at that really, really nice number. But I guess we have enough overflow at this point that it doesn't really matter. We're not like 2 turning cats right now. So we'll do this just so the city can keep growing. Has plenty of happiness. I mean, and this is obviously the heroic epic city once we can get a unit to 10 XP. I think I'd rather save these for lumber mills. I really do. I think it's better. I think the city's better with these as lumber mills because there's no more hills for the city. I'm going to need some high production tiles. So I think it's actually better to save these. I think the city has enough food to get to size like 18 or 19, even with these becoming lumber mills. Yeah, because like this is -1. Yeah, I don't need to farm the forest tiles. Oh, that was a good question to ask. I don't need to farm them in this game. Okay, cool. But yeah, this is a good example of a bureaucracy capital. This is like a perfect situation for it. So even though our land quality is relatively low, we're running relatively evenly with these AIs. Does anyone have alphabet? Okay, so Joao has alphabet. He's definitely ahead of us in tech. Let's see what he has. So let's see. He has monotheism. Oh, he has literature. Okay, so he's probably going for that. He also has feudalism, alphabet, archery, philosophy, calendar. We're up on him. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, it's Immortal's a tough difficulty. You kind of gotta know what you're doing on this, because it appears that he does have civil service. Yeah, so we're not up anything on him. He's up a number of techs on us, but some of them are pretty cheap. Like we'll knock out literature here immediately. Monotheism is really cheap. Archery is really cheap. Calendar's not that expensive at this point, and we'll have to think about where we want to go next. We might. The music great artist is long since gone, so that's not. I think we need to do calendar next, so we can hook up our. I think we want to hook up our silks. That's the word I'm looking for. Mausoleum's gone too, unfortunately, but I think calendar's the next one to grab, and then we probably make a run for guilds and banking. Remember, our unique stock exchange is there, and that's a very good building for us. But we'll save gold for a turn or two. I am definitely not canceling deals with Portugal. Yeah, now he's down to annoyed with me, which is not surprising. Like I said, we'll do calendar next. That is also a... Wow, we don't even have to turn off science. We can do calendar in 2 turns. Okay, our research is pretty darn good. Yeah, we're #1 in research at 60%. That's not bad. That's not bad. Our food and production numbers are not quite there. We just need more territory for that. Yeah, is Toku plotting war? It's possible. He could be. Nope, he's not. He still is on. He's obviously stuck on. Wait, so the 2, 4, 6, 8. He's still been stuck on the 9 cities for ages now. Yeah, early free religion is quite powerful. The 10% science and the extra happiness from multiple religions is not bad. All right, so we'll make our run at the Great Library. We need to get our marble back right now, so let's get that. Cancel that deal. We had an active deal with Brennus for this. Let's see if there's anything else he'd like to get the dyes back. I wouldn't mind having the dyes. He'll trade it for deer. Perfect. He's actually pleased with us. Whoa. Okay. Nice. I managed to get him up to pleased. Cool. Remind me, does he declare war at pleased? Because I don't think he does. Deer for dyes is wild. I know, right? I don't think he declares war at pleased, if I remember correctly. So I think he's pleased locked with me right now. Yeah. Link Mario Samus said he doesn't plot war at pleased. So I don't think he does, from what I remember. Oh, Joao really loves Rennes. But anyway, so yeah, we got that back. And so that drops the Great Library down to 15 turns. And we're going to pick up some of these hill tiles. 11 turns. I can't whip this. Now, if we worked like this tile, what would be 9 turns? I think it's worthwhile to make this play, even though this cuts into our research a little bit. I think this is still worthwhile to do. We had to take back the hill tile again from our Moai city there. And we're temporarily not working this cottage, but I think that's the right thing. We should... that actually drops it from 10 turns to 9 turns working that tile. So we'll continue working this one for right now. I think that's worthwhile. I mean, if we don't get it, we don't get it. But let's make a run at it and see what happens. I know that Boudica doesn't plot at war. I wasn't as sure about Brennus. I couldn't remember. Okay, so we got that done. Not that Cheers Toko has enough food to work that tile yet, but it will. That's what it picks up on growth, is this tile. All right, so we've got that done. I think we've gotten most of the work that we were going to do done over in this part of the map. We still need a unit for over there. Silky Fish also needs to whip this. Good time to do that. Also, our calendar is clearly going to take an extra turn now because we swapped off some commerce tiles. Anyway, let's see. I guess we can always cottage these tiles while we're just kind of killing time with these workers. If we can take over some territory from Tokugawa, we definitely have work to do in Toku's territory. This being the AI. Do I want to do this? That feels a lot worse, but I think I need to get this city growing as best I can. Although this city, I can always swap that tile back, can't I? I want all these tiles to go to Plains Cow eventually, but I think for right now I want Delphi to have this tile. So yeah, I mean, it just speeds up. Even though this basically cripples this city because it goes down to 6 production when it's not working its good tiles, it does get the city growing. Let's just have this city grow up to... I want to get this up to like size 8 or 9 or something, as it very slowly works these Plains farms. But anyway, yeah, we got the Shwedagon Paya. Now we're making our Great Library play. Does Joao doesn't have marble, does he? He does not. So hopefully he's slow to build that. Hopefully. If we don't get it, we don't get it, but... Alright. Market done. Now the city just needs to keep regrowing. We'll do the library next, because that's pretty cheap. Can definitely... We can one-turn calendar with that. Alright, step... Oh, man. Okay, well, so much for that dream. You win some, you lose some. So much for that. Oh, well. Well, alright, so we're not going to get that. Wonder Cascade, seriously. Alright, well, let's go back to our commerce configuration then. In that case, let's get the stable and let's build some more units, shall we? We will get a little money back from that. I mean, I could do an aqueduct, but I don't... Wait, why is the city not growing? Oh, no, it is still growing. It's still growing at a decent pace. Nine production's a little bit awkward, but yeah, so what is it? This increases to 15, and then we could do this to get us to 12, which goes up to 21. And we can do 3-turn war elephants out of here too. Let's do that. And we're definitely committed to going after Toku. We just need more territory. I don't think we can build our way to a victory from here. It's just too tough on this difficulty. So we're gonna rely on the elephants. Oh, actually, you guys need to go. We need to go hook that silk tile. Let's start heading in that direction then. Fortunately, I already have the road built. That's more useful than building another farm that Delphi doesn't have enough food to work yet. But yeah, we're starting to get there on the elephant count. We're up to 8 now. As I said, I'd like to, if I can get up to about 15, along with some cats. Could also just have Loot Fiesta build catapults for right now, but I think the stable is worthwhile to build long term. Oh yeah, I guess I could theoretically try to get a city over by the wheat, because I do have... Delphi's culture is really strong. it's holding this. We're actually going to get a profit out of here eventually if we don't do anything else. Yeah, what is the cultural oppressor? Apparently it's pretty close, but we are holding this tile. I don't know if we hold it. I think long term we lose it though, because these two cities both, I mean, this is in the second ring for this city, and it's in the fourth ring, so I don't think we hold this tile long term. Yeah, I don't think that we do. Then the other thing is it worthwhile to grab, I think it is worthwhile to grab Alphabet and then just run a spy into Toku's territory, because I think I really need to know where his cities are. It just, operating in the dark is really ugly, and that's not like Alphabet's an expensive tech. I'll probably want to build research later on anyway, too. But, yeah, overall looking pretty good. Oh, Isle of Fish needs to whip its lighthouse. There we go. That's why you got to keep an eye on this stuff. And Fish and Chip is ready to whip this as soon as I can whip it. As soon as it gets to size 8, I can whip the market. Oh, interesting. The way the world map adjusted there was weird. Alphabet's also a one-turn attack. Alright, so Deerfield did the market. Actually, Deerfield... Wait, Deerfield already has a stable, doesn't it? Okay, since this city has a stable, this would be a good one. Well, there's like no production here. I was going to say it would be a good one to do the elephant, but it's really, really slow. But there's not like there's really any infrastructure for doing. You know what? You don't have any infrastructure to build, so just do an elephant. You already got the stable. You can add 1 unit. That's helpful. Alright, so next up we need the forage here. We'll have to 3-pop whip that. Look at this. So apparently we're like on the world map wrap or something weird. Like, look at our continent. Anyway, so we got a little gold from Great Light, our failure on Great Lighthouse. And looks like we can almost do this in 1 turn. Very, very close. So we'll do it in 2 turns instead. We'll get one of these cities to pop out the... Honestly, you know what? I might want to move a little sooner than this. I'm gonna give up on the stable. I'm gonna build the catapults here. I think I'm gonna want to move sooner, and I need a city that's not on. It can do 2.5 turn catapults. I really wish this city were another size bigger, but it's not. So, actually, if I do this, oh, we can do 2 turn catapults this way. Let's do that. We'll just do that for a little bit. Is my power gone up, like, at all? We also lost graphs on some of these AIs, which is not unsurprising because we know the AI loves to run the slider. So we can still see Toku's demos. Who are we missing? It's Brennus. We'll just put our espionage on him for now. I want to make... He's been running the slider pretty heavily. Either that or building a ton of courthouses. I don't really need happiness. I definitely don't need to build... Like, all my cities are pretty happy. If you look at the overview list. Look, see, they're all quite happy. That's not an issue. So I don't need to build... I don't need any happiness right now. After being in a terrible happy crunch earlier in the game. Oh, by the way, we've also trapped a Tokugawa scout, so that's kind of funny. That unit can't get through. But in terms of power... I mean, I'm a lot lower than the AI, but like the human player can always punch well above their weight. Double promoted elephants will hit pretty hard. As I said, I think if we can get 15 of these and like a decent number of cats. So I'll have the capital crank some 2-turn cats while Plains Cow keeps doing the elephants. And if we do that for about 10 turns, I think we'll be in position to move from there. I hope so anyway. All right, we're going to connect. And by the way, it's really awkward that my position is right on the world wrap here. We're going to connect these silks because I guess Delphi, I'll just keep building some farms for right now because I don't have anything. I'm going to need them eventually. And yes, biology would be really, really helpful for this plains wasteland that I'm in down here. Still, these natural maps, sometimes you get these. Courthouses and spy specialists. I don't think it's courthouses and spy specialists. I don't think that that's the play. I keep checking periodically to see if he's plotting war. He's not. He is not. The annoying thing about Toku is you know all his units are going to have 1 billion promotions. Because he's protective and aggressive. But hopefully we're Hopefully we're okay. All right, so fish and chips is about to get whipped. All right, let's start scouting and see if we can find anything. Jewish. Oh, he just built the Jewish shrine for us. He has so much stuff that we want right now. So much stuff that we want. All right, so no city can work. Do I have any other calendar hat resources? Just the silks, right? Just the one silk. The only one that I have. Okay. I guess I can farm these tiles at the capital. I might want to work them. You never know. I don't have enough. I don't have enough food to work those tiles yet. All right, fish and chips. That was due for its market whip. It's a 4-pop whip, so we get, let's see, about 20 overflows. That goes to about 25. So that'll get us most of the way to Moai. Silky fish is, all right, still recovering from a whip. Cheers Toku is also still recovering from a whip, but is almost there. I'd like to whip the market, but I don't think it has enough pop for that. So I think we'll just do the library and get some overflow. Library. Why is the library 3 pop? Oh, because I don't have a... Wait, I thought I have a forge here. Yeah, I do have a forge. Okay. So I just need to keep this below... Oh, it's going to go down to a 2-pop whip, but that's okay. Going to go down to a 2-pop whip after that. I actually am going to need to cottage this tile too, because once it's actually going to hit size... When it hits size 7, it's going to need these tiles. These Riverside... the Riverside Tundra cottages. Great tile, right? You can only build cottages on Tundra if it's Riverside. These guys, when they're done here, can shuffle back up there. What's the worst case? Toku getting to engineering would not be good for us. That's assuming he built a lot of pikes, which he might not. All right. So what's our... I think our next target is probably guilds for the grocers and then banking for our stock exchanges. So I think we have to head in that direction. Machinery would also let us build maces, which we probably should have at least a few maces. So, yeah, we might as well. Feudalism doesn't do anything for us because we don't have archery tech, although we might want to pick that up just so we can build longbows. I think I'll just pick up archery tech on a 0% science turn here, because it would probably be good to be able to build something like that if I had to. We'll do archery here, and we'll just on a 0% science turn or a 10% science turn. Okay, you're gonna stay on catapults for right now. Yeah, you can do the 2-turn catapults. We have a barracks there. I'm trying to do a bit of a build up here. Yeah. All right, but the other thing is, so we finished. You guys just keep building more farms that we can't work yet, but I don't have anything else for you to do. You guys can road this and then get over to Cheers Toku. All right, the other thing is we can now see where everybody is on the tech tree. Oh, we're not that far behind. It's yeah, we're not that far behind. Toku has, let's see, he has feudalism, but he doesn't have machinery. He also doesn't have alphabet or anything behind that. Yeah, we're basically pretty much dead even with Toku and Brennus. We're pretty comparable. Brennus doesn't have civil service yet, or literature. Okay, yeah, we're alphabet. We're pretty competitive here on tech. Joao is definitely the tech leader, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So yeah, he doesn't have machinery, so he can't build. Actually his tech is not that good. I should improve the silk. Oh, that's right. There's another. I forgot that there was another silk over here. Yes. For some reason, I forgot there was a second one. That's okay. These workers can shift down here. And then this city's about to get whipped anyway. So we can whip this, and then we won't have to worry about these tiles being unimproved. Okay. We also need archery for crossbows. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, this is one of the turns where it takes 3 turns to do a war elephant instead of... Oh, we're on 19? Ugh, that's unfortunate. It's an awkward number. Oh. You stupid. Why did you pick up that water towel? There we go. We want the 20. At 19, we're missing out on an extra hammer. Okay. And how about Delphi? Is Delphi finally going to grow a pop point? All right, it's working all 2 food tiles, but it is going to finish a catapult. I'll have it continue that. So yeah, we need about 5 cats.
Do not throw the arrow, which will return against you.
All right. Machinery is more useful to us than feudalism right now. We need both for guilds, but obviously as soon as we have feudalism, we'll start building knights over elephants, even though elephants are good. All right, I need a spy somewhere. I think I'd probably have the capital do a spy, because you're going to take too long. But you can do another one of these. Or you know what I can do? I really wanted the city to grow another size, but I'll put your growth on hold and get the spy in 4 turns. That's still too slow, though. Never mind. Back to catapult. It's still too slow. You can do the spy after this catapult. Spy is even cheaper. Do you have you won't have quite enough overflow to do that in 1 turn. All right. So that removes archery as a tech that we're missing from everyone. Oh, we could... Maybe we do feudalism because it's it's more discounted. Actually, let's do feudalism because every AI has that. It'll be more discounted and that therefore cheaper. Yeah, we can do it in 2 turns. Again, our research rate is pretty darn good. All right, you guys need to go get this silk. And Silky Fish is ready for its whip, isn't it? Okay. Let's start moving. Let's start grouping this body right here. What is it? Shift click. Decent stack, but not enormous by any means. You still have enough happiness, right? Oh, okay. Well, you're a little low on happiness, but... Delphi still with no defenders. I am going to have to be careful not to have just nothing on defense. I can also start grouping up some of these chariots. Like some of these chariots would make very good medic units. I am going to need a unit in Isle of Fish. You should... Well, actually, I don't have a galley down here anymore, so I can't get a unit in Isle of Fish. That's okay. Maybe we'll get an archer or something in there. Anyway, sooner or later we'll need a unit. You can also come down here and stand in one of the cities for military police. You would probably make a very good medic unit. So why don't you start coming down here as well? Oh, I was going to say why can't we farm that? But again, we need a farming irrigation chain to get there. That's right. I do have some spare warriors in the capital. That's right. Yeah, the capital does not need this many anymore because it's got all this. Good call. All right. Let's work on that. So one of you, honestly, I can use some of these. Let's get some of these warriors over here because then that frees up these chariots to go. You never know when one more unit that you can use to attack can be helpful. So we'll send 2 of them off here. And let's send one of them down here because we're going to need it for Plains Cow. And then another one can come down there by Delphi. Okay, I do need to hold a couple of them here at Loot Fiesta. This should be okay. I'll just hold a couple of them here. All right. Or Delphi is very slowly getting there. Let's see. When it grows, I think I'll have it pick up the horse tile because that'll take it from 6 to 10. And then that goes up to 12 with the forge. It'll grow at half. I don't know. We'll see. Group 1 corn to be 1 tile from the... let's see. Well, we don't have engineering yet, so... Oh, yeah. Well, actually, the corn does put us 1 tile. Yeah. You're right. But a better tile is probably here, because then we can move into the forest, which is a better tile to be on. So it's probably better to group here. Probably. Like better to be on this tile than there. We could even move in 2 workers and road the tile, so the units will be on the road network afterwards. Looks like Nara built some walls, but... Alright, Chichen Itza. Please not Japan. Ah, crud. Chichen Itza is going to make it harder. No, elephants and cats don't get forest bonus, but other units I might build would. Oof, that's going to make it harder. I don't know that we necessarily have to defeat Japan completely in one war. If we could even take 1 or 2 cities, that would be helpful. He sure is building the wonders. He obviously has stone. He's been building a lot of the wonders with that. All right. Oh, I forgot. Cheers Toku needed to whip. Yeah, needed to whip its library. I was a little slow on that. We're almost 2 turns feudalism. I'll turn off science again for a turn. Not seeing that much down here yet. But we're still building stuff. Let's just check in with the AI again. All right, he's not plotting war. Toku is still not plotting war either. Saladin. Very peaceful game between these AIs. I guess it's because I don't have aggressive AI turned on. He can't plot war. Could sell him horses, but I do not want him to have horses. All right. Let's play a couple more turns. I'm getting close to the end of this. Yeah, the spies define Toku's cities. I want to have vision on where the heck his stuff is. All right, Plains Cow. You are at 20 production per turn. I would prefer you to be at 22, which takes us up to 26. We're almost to almost a 2-turn war elephants at this point. All right, there's the library. I can actually build a lighthouse here, but all the water tiles are being worked by other cities, so that's kind of irrelevant. We need the market next for more happiness. What's up at Loot Fiesta? Why is this losing? Oh, did it grow another size and now it's unhealthy? Or did we lose did we get a resource trade canceled? Notre Dame is built. Was that also Toku? Is he just on a wonder spree? No, that was built by the Celts. Okay. Why is Loot Fiesta starving, though? This city should not be starving. Because it wasn't starving last turn, was it? Or did it just grow another size? What happened here? Well, it shouldn't be going down in food. Oh, did I lose a forest and I lost some health because I was relying on a forest for health? Engineering unlocks Notre Dame, correct. Still not sure why this city suddenly is starving. I didn't think that it was starving last turn. Oh well. We certainly are not lacking for... Oh, I chopped this forest and I think maybe it was getting... I don't know. Growth. Ah, I just grew another size. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, well, we'll do this for right now then. We definitely need a... Maybe as soon as this war is done, I need to get an aqueduct in this city. Yeah, remember to turn science tech on. Thank you. Alright, so everyone has feudalism. Masonry, yeah, okay, so Toku did pick up machinery in that time, but he doesn't have engineering yet. So we're kind of keeping pace with these guys. So by doing machinery second, we actually did save a few beakers there. Starting to get there. We need more catapults, though. I definitely need to build more cats. How many elephants do I have? A decent number, but I need some more catapults. Loot Fiesta can build another couple. guess we'll farm this for lack of better things for the workers to do. One of you go down there. All right, one of you come over here. That frees up this chariot to come out over here. And one of you go up here. But I need like a billion catapults because he's going to have walls plus Chichen Itza. I need like a lot. I might need to have Plains Cow. I probably need to have Plains Cow do some catapults right now. Good news is it can do 2-turn catapults. I think it can do like 1.8 turn catapults or something like that. All right, how close are we on the whip cycles for these other cities? Deerfield is looking pretty good. Just pulling in lots of commerce. As I said, let's do just a couple more turns and then we'll stop.
To my Lord be true and faithful, and love all which he loves, and shun all
the machinery. All right, we need a few more. We definitely need more catapults, so we're going to do that. All right. Wait, they only have... oh, that's right. I don't have engineering yet. They only get 1 movement per turn. All right. We still don't have visibility on Brennus's demos, so I'll keep this here for right now. We can still see everybody else's demos. Oh, I hope that's not the economics great merchant. I don't think it is. Yeah, no one can research economics. We might just have to do like a quick war where like we duck in and take like Nara and maybe like 1 or 2 other cities and then stop because Toku's about to get like build castles everywhere. All right, we got cleared the forest for Silky Fish. Nice. Silky Fish is going to whip its, I was going to say whip its market, but it's already done its market. I'm not quite sure what it's going to whip. Anyway, so we can do machinery in 2 turns with 300 gold. All right, so we'll be able to do it in 2 turns after this. Let's grab this chariot here. Somewhat concerned that there's like nothing at Brexit, but I think if we could take Nara quickly, we can defend there. I do kind of have all my units grouped in like 1 stack over here. And they are not 2 movers, so they can't quickly get from spot to spot. So, I don't know. But like, we'll be able to get some maces out from down here. Well, Courthouse and Silky Fish. I mean, I'm not whipping the library. We'll probably do the courthouse as its whip. It makes the most sense because of the maintenance cost there. All right. So we improved all these tiles at Loot Fiesta that we can improve. Workers don't have a ton to do at the moment. I guess we can like come down here and road some of these tiles for lack of better options. All right, you fortify there. Toku has so many nice wonders in his territory. All right, Delphi did grow to size 5. It's limping along. It can grow about every 8 or 9 turns. Very slowly growing. Every time it grows, it picks up another +1 production. Yeah, we're at 7. If it grows 1 more size, it'll be 8, and then that goes to 10 with the forge. So there's an incentive to get it slowly increased. Oh, okay, that's nice. 2 cats in 2 turns is pretty nice. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're almost in. I think we're almost in position to make a stab at Nara at the very least. Nara would be worth quite a bit. And I need to know where the other cities are behind it too. Say hello. Yeah. All right, so we got that plantation done. I'm not sure if there's really much. Oh, we need to improve. That's right. We need to go up here and improve Shear's Toku. We need to get 2 cottages on the river there. One of these units would be real nice if I could turn into a sentry, but I can't. Would be nice if his capital was close. That would be real nice. Did I want to change Delphi to work? No, I think I want to get it another size because, well, let's see. How many productions is this? This is 7 and this, so this is 4 and 3, so that's 7 together. Like if I were to swap over to this right now, we're at 15. Actually, yeah, this is a good time to swap because now we're at exactly 12, which goes to 15. That actually is worthwhile to do. So this is a good time to swap it. And then we can look to regrow later because 15 is a nice round number. We're not wasting anything on the forge. That's almost 3 turn cats. Almost. All right. Turn science back on. 2 turn machinery. Watch, my spy's going to get caught like the very first turn. All right. I think you can go over to elephants. Ow. Yeah. And then I'm probably going to get maces out after this because I want at least some units that can do defensive bonuses. All right. Next turn might not be the worst turn to go in with this group. Because I don't want to wait too long before he starts, like, what does Toku have? I don't want him to get engineering and starts deploying pikes. That would be pretty bad. Like, if we're going to do this, we probably need to go next turn. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm trying to get roads on in the area. Keep you here, because if we move into this tile, I want to have workers move into to road it. Nara does feel pretty isolated, I have to agree. Hopefully we will not get caught on this upcoming turn. These workers I might need down here too. For right now, I'm just moving them around. They're just farming for lack of better stuff to do. All right, Fish and Chips is almost finished Moai. Just about ready for its whip. Silky Fish is ready for its whip. Yeah, we'll do the courthouse whip next turn there. Cheers Toku is all right. I think that Isle of Fish though is just about ready. Yep, just about ready. Yeah, it's almost ready for the whip. See, as soon as we get this to 20, as soon as this gets to 30 out of 120, it becomes a 3-pop whip, which then becomes worthwhile. All right. So this city does not have a stable, right? Yeah, this city doesn't have a stable. So do we have any overflow? We have no overflow. Let's spend this turn working on the aqueduct, and then we'll have the city build a mace because it doesn't benefit from a stable. Maybe this turn the city can actually grow. Well, we're not close to growing. We'll just put that towards the aqueduct. Okay. Okay, care negotiate. We'll make this deal work. Okay, if he wants another resource, that's fine. We have a spare. We need that gold pretty badly right now. All right, on to guilds. You can stay on catapults for right now. We're definitely going to need some. Oh, the city actually finished a war elephant after all that time. Cool. I actually like to have it build a knight yet. Does anyone know? Don't chariots auto upgrading queue to knights? Does anyone remember this? Don't chariots we should build some longbows, but this city actually has a stable, so I'd like to get along. Don't chariots auto upgrading queue to knights, if I remember correctly, or am I wrong on that? Does anyone know? I'm pretty sure that they do. Someone in chat will be familiar with. Okay, people think that they do, so if not, okay, that's what I thought too. Okay. They obsolete them. That's what I thought. Okay. All right, let's move this. We could have apparently sabotaged something in here. Okay. There's another. Okay. Oh, there's the holy city. Wow. Okay. Well, he doesn't have a whole lot in Osaka. There's the holy city. Wow. He doesn't have much there. I actually think he's vulnerable right now. Yeah, the chariot. You're right. The chariot will finish first because we need a. We're not going to get to guilds for a few turns. Okay. In that case, let's indeed do a longbow because we will need some defenders. Yeah, I think if we're going to do this, this is the right moment to hit. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game. And we'll pick up with the actual war then the next session because I'm about ready to stop. But we'll just save it here. Yeah, I have both. I have iron and copper and horses, so I can train any of the early units with strategic resources. Yeah, that cliffhanger, right? All right, so we just saved it, but let's click on everything, just if you're curious. If we wanted to move in, oh, we'd have to declare war. This is just what's in here. All right, well, that city's pretty well defended. That city's pretty well defended. Yeah, that might not be the best place to attack, but we'll see. Pretty well defended city. A lot. The answer is a lot. All right, well, we might not do that at the start of the next stream, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. What are the defenses in there? 75%. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, maybe we might not actually do that. But elephants, you know, if we can take down the city defenses, elephants actually get odds on everything here except the longbows. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay. Anyway, we'll pick it up there next time. Have a great weekend, folks. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.